Good afternoon, Dr. Council and fellow classmates. My name is Michael Maddox, and today I'll be telling you about what I learned in our interpersonal communications course this semester. The chapter that was most effective to me was a chapter on effective listening. According to McCormick and Ortiz's Choices and Connection text, there are certain things that must be followed in order to effectively listen to someone. I found that eye contact is something that particularly helps me the most because I find it easy for me to shift my eyes in different directions and to kind of lose focus and indicate that maybe I'm not listening to the person, even though that is not the case. Listening to someone is something that should be done in stages. The first stage is hearing. This one's pretty self explanatory. You just listen to the person, it's pretty basic. The second stage is understanding. This is where you comprehend the information that you are hearing. The third stage is interpreting. This is where you're trying to get a feel for the emotion and what the point the person is trying to convey, the emotion they're trying to get across to you. The fourth step is evaluating. This is where you compare the information to previous knowledge that you have in order to identify its validation and its importance to you. The fifth step is remembering. This one's also pretty self explanatory. This is just where you will remember any information that you're giving so you can recall it later if you're trying to give them feedback or any advice that they might need. The sixth and final step is responding. This is where you give them positive or negative feedback and you'll recall any previous information that they have given you in order to help give them advice or any kind of information they might need to help them with the situation that they're currently in. Another chapter that had a big impact on me was chapter 8, which discusses conflict. This one was especially important to me because I hate dealing with conflict. I hate having to deal with any kind of altercations with people. So this one really helped me learn that conflict is a process and must be handled as so. But there's many different ways to handle conflict. The first one is called the avoidance method. This is where you basically avoid the situation at all costs. There's really no resolution to it. It's kind of just you let the person get their way and you both just agree to disagree, basically. This might not be the most effective way to do, though, because it really doesn't have any kind of overall resolution. It just kind of makes things end with no real resolution. Accommodation is another method. That's the one that I probably use the most. This is where you just accommodate the person. You just try to satisfy them, just to diffuse the situation and make things better. Basically, you just swallow your pride and give them what they want, just because it's easier that way. Another third way to handle it is called the competition, and this is where you will go head to head with the person and compete with them to try to get your way over their way. And the final way is the collaboration method. This is where you mutually discuss the issue and you should try to find a resolution that appeases everyone that's involved in the conflict. And this is probably the most effective way, but it's also the most difficult way because people oftentimes have different viewpoints on a situation. Thank you guys for listening to this. I think that I really took a lot out of this class and it will definitely help me with my relationships in the future. I now know how to effectively listen to people and give them my fully undivided attention. And I know how to deal with people in conflict, and that ignoring the situation probably isn't the best way to deal with things. I would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Council for all of her thorough feedback and all of my wonderful classmates for your thoughtful insight on everything. I hope you guys have a great future in school and in life.